the initial days of antivirus and perimeter firewall coming into industry, and from there now we have shifted to.
During COVID, we have seen the adoption of UPI or the implementation of Aadhaar or digital locker.
If you were not in cybersecurity, what profession would you have chosen?
Of Money is the book I read.
Cycles Your Money.
Yes.
Interesting. Very nice book. Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Secure Talk by NK Mehta. As you know, this channel is dedicated to raising cybersecurity and data protection awareness, whether it is in day-to-day life or in the work life. Today we have a very interesting guest, a person who has been a Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, as a professional, and he has joined us also as our CISO. Welcome, Diptesh Shah.
Thank you, Mr. Mehta. Thanks for the invitation, and it's my pleasure to be here this evening.
Thank you. So, Mr. Diptesh Shah is our CISO and practice head for cybersecurity and managed services. He brings us over about 20 plus years.
20 plus years, around 23.
Yes, 20 plus or 23 years of cybersecurity experience, and I'm sure his sharing will be valuable to all our viewers. So, Diptesh ji, first question to you is, your journey combines deep technical expertise and lot of leadership talks with management and other stakeholders. How did this journey, rather cybersecurity interest, start in your life?
Okay, that's a great question. I would say my cybersecurity journey is not a very planned career. But I would say it's more of a natural pull. I did my BE in electronics and communication, and I remember when in my 7th semester, I had a subject called computer networks, and in 8th semester we have cryptography as an optional subject. Now both this subject has created a good amount of interest in me. And if you see way back, when I started my career in year 2000, those days CCNA and CCNP skills were selling like a hot cake.
Right.
And I was lucky enough that I was surrounded with people, those who were in network security and information security those days, and hence that pull.
Good.
But yes, over the years, my journey, if I would say, in cybersecurity, if you see cybersecurity, it sits at an intersection of governance, business risk, geopolitics, human psychology. So that's a very diverse subject.
Right.
I think that creates a good amount of interest in me to continue in this field.
Very nice. So, with 23 years experience, I'm sure you would have seen the initial days of antivirus and perimeter firewall coming into industry, and from there now we have shifted to so-called zero trust network. Now we have shifted to AI-based threats and so on. Now, which of these shifts you think has been most, I will say, toughest for organizations to adopt?
Okay. In my view, and I'm sure you will also agree, any shift initially appears to be difficult for every organization.
True.
Because it is not about technical, it is about psychological and cultural shift. And that's where the problem comes.
Right.
But yes, we are human beings, we are adaptable in nature. So over the years, this will become a new normal, whether it is on-prem to cloud adoption in year 2015, or embracing zero trust within the environment, or currently the AI strategy mapping with the business processes. So yes, eventually it will become a new normal for organization.
Correct. So if you see, India's digital growth story is incredibly fast, right? It's growing exponentially. Now, with your experience, which cybersecurity challenge has been uniquely Indian, but I will say overlooked globally?
Okay. First of all, I would agree that indeed India's digital transformation journey
Right.
has been remarkable, right?
Right.
Especially, in fact, we were discussing the way during COVID we have seen the adoption of UPI or the implementation of
Right,
Aadhaar or digital locker.
right,
So the speed at which we have seen the digital transformation, so that has opened up new level of security challenges for organization.
correct.
For example, now if we see the attack surface has increased significantly over the years, but the organization's maturity has not grown that faster,
Correct.
and hence this issue arises. If, for example, if you see in India, there are around 63 million MSMEs are there. Now these MSMEs, they use digital payment, they are using customer PII data, they use cloud data, but if we see, most of them doesn't invest significantly into the cyber security. So this is one of the major challenge which is uniquely in Indian, because most of them are MSMEs. Second point is, in India, so far, we didn't have any stringent law or governance model to handle digital data. Yes, currently, thanks to the current government, we have a beginning now with a data protection and data
Correct.
privacy law,
Correct.
which will become effective from May 2027. The third and most important point, and I'm sure you will agree with me, is the digital literacy when it comes to India. The cultural and literacy barrier in India is quite high. If you see today, most of the security trainings, right, which comes in English, right?
Correct.
Of late there are changes we are seeing, but majorly it comes in English. But if you see the digital users in India, which is 50% is rural India, they speak 22 unique languages in India. So these are unique challenges when it comes to India.
Very nicely put. So, Diptesh ji, today we see organizations going through a lot of compliance checks,
Right.
whether it's because of RBI regulation or SAB regulation or ISO 27000 or a SOC 2, etc. All tick marks checked, correct? Still organizations are getting breached. So I want to ask you, what in your experience actually creates this gap between, I will say, the compliance and the real cybersecurity challenges?
I think that's again a great question, and I am sure we both can have a long discussion around it.
I know.
Because as we speak, we almost discuss every day with our customer about this topic.
Correct.
But on a serious note, if you see compliance, right, compliance are more focused around deterministic control, documented control rather, and then process consistency and auditability.
Right.
Now, while I completely agree that every organization challenges are unique in nature, but if you see most of the organization, mostly the large organization, they have documented control in the form of policy.
Correct.
But when it comes to process standardization or consistency, there is a significant gap. But then what we understand, that process should be repeatable in nature. Okay, and there we find a significant gap for organizations. One more thing which I want to add here is, we should also have a system of internal audit mechanism where we can understand what is your current state against the baseline and the maturity.
You're right.
And I think there we see a big gap for many mid and large organizations as well. Additionally, with the invent of AI, we are seeing a new set of challenges. According to me, if you ask, we should move from a deterministic model to a statistical model. Why? Because in case we have a statistical model, we will have a better visibility of the security posture, which is a major challenge for the organization.
So this you rightly said, see, large organization is a different breed. They have a lot of, I will say, a lot of money, a lot of teams to undergo through compliances and all, and even if they are doing a real job, they can afford to do it. But what about this SME, lower, I will say the bottom of pyramid, all these SME organizations, do you think in some near future they will comply with all these compliances? Because that's a huge chunk and huge risk.
Right. So for them, if you see, definitely we cannot go the way we are addressing the enterprises. So we need to be more planned way. So where what we can do is we can create certain compliance packages which are minimum baseline for them to maintain and run the business in today's digital environment. So we can create that metric for the organization and we can go with a phased-wise implementation.
Okay.
One thing which is very important is if my revenue is X, I cannot expect you to invest X plus something. So it's always better to understand what is my appetite, what are the critical business, and I should only invest to protect that critical business for the organization rather than going in a organization-wide implementation of security, which will be much expensive.
Right. I think awareness and phase-wise implementation, these are two key things which comes out of that. Thank you. Diptesh, a lot has changed in cybersecurity, but still the good old phishing still works for the organization. Still people fall prey to it. Now, what are organizations doing wrong? Or is it the human behavior which is creating this problem, or is there any solution to this phishing problem?
Okay. Now, I will have my honest answer. I am sure many people may not like it, but the way today security awareness training are carried out, those are very generic in nature.
Not us. We do a very thorough job.
When I say every organization, the process of security awareness training, what they have, is in generic in nature. Why I am saying this? Because if you see the problem with phishing or any social engineering attack, it is cultural and behavioral. It is not a technical problem. So organizations, if you see, get two things wrong, and this is very technical now. One, they measure and focus more on training rather than focusing on having a system which will enable us to report that.
Very good.
Today, instead of naming and shaming, we should have a better process of making a system which will make it easy for everyone to report.
Right.
So that is very first. And the second point is, instead of measuring click rate, we should measure unique behavior patterns. Why? Because if you have a contextual training with behavior pattern analysis, then eventually over a period of time, you will be able to bring a cultural change in any organization. And that is the reason I keep on saying statistical model, behavior pattern analysis, these are few things which we should adopt.
Okay. Good. Great. Now coming to the last question of this section, DPDP is live in India, right? Talked about, too much talk goes about it. Are organizations actually prepared for it, or they are dangerously off the mark? What is your view, since you meet so many CIOs, CTOs anyway?
So if I need to answer it in simple way, three things: data inventory, data classification, and data flow management. Simple words, if we manage effective data lifecycle management, then half of the job is done. Rest, when it comes to DPDP framework, effective consent management, cross-boundary data flow for large organizations having business in multiple countries, and most importantly, which many may not speak, you should have a downstream mapping to the data subject when it comes to breach notification, because eventually that will be a critical consideration for successful implementation.
Correct. Good. So before we move to the next section, since no talk goes without AI, I want our customers also to understand, or our viewers also to understand, this buzzword of AI.
Right.
How is this AI changing the cybersecurity world? Are we going to get benefited with it?
I'm sure we are going to get benefited with the change, but it depends upon, we should know that where we are using, why we are using, and how it will help us, rather than just jumping into the wagon of AI that we should be in the race. So when it comes to AI, I have my own way of explaining the things. So I see two sides of the coin. One is AI for cybersecurity and cybersecurity for AI.
For AI.
So if I break down in AI for cybersecurity, two things. One is tech automation, second is process automation.
Correct.
In AI, cybersecurity for AI, where most of the work has to be done, before I take and adopt AI into the business processes, I need to have a governance model and an audit mechanism so that we make sure over a period of time we would be able to manage it effectively.
So that means the organization, when he goes for this corporate package of giving AI access to all his employees, now what input data these employees are putting, whether they are putting company confidential data also and all, can be controlled and checked, and check and balances can be put in the place so that organizations know where they are going wrong?
Absolutely. In fact, that is where the audit mechanism comes. And when we have a governance model, that means we create a policy, right? What goes into the prompt engineering? Now, that cannot be generic across the organization. We take certain business process, and in that business process, what we want to automate. Once we have that, then we decide that, okay, what will be the prompt engineering, how the model will behave, how we should train the model along with the applications which we have. So these are some of the considerations which will be there. Another example I can give you, for example, you're a product development company, right? And you're developing a product, whether it is an off-the-shelf product or you're doing quite a lot of integration. What we need to have is a current right kind of threat modeling.
Right.
If you have OpenAI, you can go with a traditional straight and pasta threat modeling. But if you are adopting agentic AI, then traditional models will not be effective.
Correct.
We need to go with master model. That knowledge, that capability has to be there within the organization to create that governance model.
Thank you. So nice of you. You made it sound quite simple, but I'm sure in practice it's not that simple. Okay, Diptesh, now we'll move on to the next section, which is called rapid fire round, where we'll ask some few questions which may be a little personal also to know you better. You can answer in about 15 to 20 seconds.
Sure.
Is that okay? Okay. Now, first question in this section. If you were not in cybersecurity, what profession would you have chosen?
Okay, if not cybersecurity. Okay, maybe a travel blogger because I do love traveling.
Travel blogger.
Yeah, correct? Maybe.
So you being from Calcutta and now you are based in Chennai, do you miss the Calcutta sweets like Rasagulla and all here?
I'm in the same boat as yours. I do miss, but yes, whenever we are traveling, we do travel, right? That time we try to make sure that we catch up as much as possible with the sweets.
Okay, next question. A book or movie which you can revisit anytime?
A book for sure. We all speak about about money and how we can do invest. So the Psychology of Money is the book I read.
Psychology of Money. Yes. Interesting. Very nice book. Yeah. One of the life lessons which has stayed with you till now.
Okay. This I have learned from, I studied in missionary. So that has been embedded in me. One is think positive, respect others, and keep smiling.
Oh, that's interesting. And one skill set which outside the work you would like to master?
This lot of talks and reels we see today. So maybe how to have a control on mind.
Control of mind. Very, very important, yes. And one habit which has helped you stay productive always?
Okay, so yeah. So writing all the important tasks for the next day in the notes.
Notes, you mean to say digitally or handwritten?
Digitally.
Digitally, okay. And the last one, in case you are stressed out,
right?
What is one thing that instantly improves your mood?
Okay. Two things I would say. One is definitely music. Second one is have a quick conversation with close friends.
Quick conversation
with close friends.
Close friends, okay.
Okay, because when you speak with the friends, there is no topic. You can just keep on and they makes you laugh and they makes your mood happy. So I think that is definitely for me.
Good, good, good. Thank you so much, Diptesh ji. It was wonderful talking to you. I am sure we can talk for hours, but we have a
Sure.
time limitation. And we look forward to talking to you once again in the next episode, sometimes when we will do it. But as of now, thank you so much for this session.
Sure, absolutely. It's my pleasure again. Once again, thank you for inviting me and looking forward for the next episode.
Sure. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.